From the lines across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring all the sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economic, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Just on The Fact Today, only on ATN.
Every day our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders.
The cornerstone of a thriving democracy rests upon the principle of representation. By entrusting the governance of our nation to a chosen body of citizens, we aim to refine and enlarge the public views. This chosen body, acting as a filter for the diverse perspectives and concerns of the people, is tasked with discerning the true interests of the nation and translating them into effective policies. Good evening and welcome to ATN Politics on Atlantic Television Network. ATN Politics is the network's flagship program that discusses core political trends with relevant political stakeholders. Today on ATN Politics, we'll be discussing society and political interviews, products, service promotion, and commercials. You can connect with us on all our ATN socials, Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, Twitter, Atlantic TV Net. Watch us live on our website, www.atlanticnetwork.tv. We'll go on a short break. When we come back, we'll introduce a guest and delve right into the stories. Stay with us.
Nobody's ambition is what
I have fought very firmly.
Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
From the lines across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring all the sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economic, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on The Fact Today, only on ATN.
Every day, our lives.
Thanks for staying with us. You're watching ATN Politics on Atlantic Television Network, and joining us today on ATN Politics is no other person than Oduyemi Wealth. He's a social and current affairs analyst. Good evening, Oduyemi. How are you doing?
It's a pleasure being here.
It's good to have you on ATN Politics today.
It's a pleasure being here today.
I mean, it's been a long time, actually. How have you been?
Well, fine. Nigeria is a project that some of us will not stop to ensuring that we have a better Nigeria.
All right, I love that. All right, then let's delve right into our topic for today. 14 elected wards in local government area executive members of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Anambra State have written to the party's national chairman, Ambassador Ilia Damagum, seeking the nullification of the state congress and the conduct of a fresh one. The elected wards and local government area ESCO members, in a letter to the party chairman dated January 15, 2025, asked the national leadership of the party to order the conduct of a fresh congress where the list of the elected ESCO members will be used as ordered by High Court of Justice of the Federal Capital Territory. The letter, signed by Iguaba Ruben Esquire on behalf of Comrade Moses Adam and others, called on the chairman of the party to give the letter due an urgent consideration by conducting a fresh congress. Parts of the letter read, "It is the information of our clients that on the 6th day of December 2024, the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, Quorum Honorable Justice Belgore, granted the motion for interlocutory injunction and set aside the Congress conducted on the 23rd of October 2024 for the election of the state executive members of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), with delegates list that is outside the names of our clients, who are the elected local government and wards executives in Orumba South local government area of Anambra State, in Ezira ward of Orumba South local government area, and Ward 1 of Newi South local government area of Anambra State. 14 local government areas are Aguata, Anambra East local government area, Anambra West, Ayamelum, Dunu Kofia, Ekusigo local government area, Idemili South, Ihiala. Others are Newi South, Onisha local government area, Onisha South, Orumba North, Orumba South, and Oyi local government area, respectively, of PDP Anambra chapter. The National Working Committee of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) set up an appeal committee for any aggrieved party to challenge the Anambra State Congress held on the 23rd of October 2024. And the committee comprises of Honorable Barrister Musa Elayo, Chairman, Honorable Prince Marshal U. Okafor Ayawu, Member, Chief AC Thomas Nkoro, Secretary. Well, this is as regards to the 14 elected ward and local government area executive members of the PDP Anambra State who have requested the nullification of a recent state congress, citing order that invalidates the previous election, and they are also demanding for a new congress using the list of the elected executive as mandated by the court. I would like to get your thought on this.
Their request, as it were, seeking new Congress, particularly from the executive organ of the party, is not alien, especially if there are grounds, of course, grounds that is backed by a competent jurisdiction, nullifying previous congresses or conduct of the previous Congress. We probably may negate certain basic requirements, and persons who probably felt the processes as captured and stakeholders as far as the opposition party, the PDP, is concerned, will ensure that to further reassure its overwhelming followership in that space, of course, the implementation of this call, citing the relevant court pronouncement in that regard, the outcome will be a reference point, which of course will send a signal, as it were, particularly those who are craving that the People's Democratic Party, PDP, should begin at the grassroots, begin to find its rhythm such that the lost glory can be restored. So it's not alien, but however, whether those who are benefiting from the perceived negating or snubbing court rulings will also not take a concerted action to counter this claim. In the coming days, we'll get to begin to see that.
All right, Odiyemi, I'd also like to get your thoughts on this. Do you think there's this conflict or this move by the PDP ESCO members might at some point result to internal conflict or more internal conflict in the PDP?
Well, if you ask the either of the divide, the claim will be that they are standing for democracy, and they are ever ready and willing to go the extra mile to ensure a replica of that is what we're having here in Rivers State. Just a few days ago, we had some pronouncements that, as you know, stage off some persons and reinstate some persons, and then you find yourself in back and forth. We are the legitimate, and when they are not the legitimate, and then the roller coaster continue. Processes upon filing, processes upon filing. So the point is that whether it will further help the party, as it were, I think differences cannot but happen. However, what can be tend to one for look at those who probably some of us who are outside the party is to see some of the outcome of this back and forth, because in the long run is that the internal democracy, how effective it is being run, will give an insight as to if these same persons or people parading themselves as being the legitimate, that if they are given power, would they ensure that the common good of all is going to be the priority, or is going to be self-interest, as the case may be.
Well, Oduyemi, well, in your wealth of knowledge, how do you think, or what steps do you think the PDP here can take, you know, to ensure fairness? Because you talked about fairness and transparency. So what steps do you think they can take to come about being fair and also transparent?
Whenever such judgment or ruling goes in their favor, the court is the last hope of the common man. So what I hope is going to be considered, what I will want the party to do is because the party is because of the inability to be firm in the past as to allowing the institutionality of the party to find expression in handling and disputes of this nature, you know, will help the party to advance its cause or promote the vote. But if it's going to be on individual influence or whoever that is in the forefront of things right now, maybe have affiliation with the national organ or national officers, and then you know how it plays, and they begin to subvert reactions.
Well, one more question before we move on to the next story. Do you think that the move by the PDP ESCO members to seek for fresh Congress might affect their performance in the upcoming elections in Anambra State?
I will not be surprised if their call is bettered or coming on the heel of who are opposing to what seems to be the order of the day, or the current of interest group in the parties tend to be following, and is at variance with their own ideology, because politics is all about interest. It's all about what is the need for you. So whoever that has the superior argument will tend to. So for the opposing individual persons who felt that new congresses should be, you will ask them, they will probably have their own genuine reason. However, from what is on the table, it seems as if they might eventually have a better argument or a better or a favorable outcome
on the next election.
On the next election,
Right.
and of course it will help them to really, have a better impression of the party in the state.
All right, now let's take a look at APC in Edo State. All Progressive Congress APC in Edo State on Thursday took possession of its secretariat located on 59 City. The development came 4 years after the party was alleged to have been forcefully evicted from the property by the People's Democratic Party PDP in the year 2020. The state's PDP chairman, Dr. Tony Azibemi, was on the premises at the time of the building takeover. Azibemi was, however, escorted out of the secretariat by the Speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly, Honorable Blessing Agbebaku. Chairman of APC in the state, Emperor Jared Tenebe, addressed a journalist shortly after the secretariat's takeover on Thursday in Benin City. Tenebe explained that the property rightfully belonged to the APC for a period of 7 years. The newly reclaimed APC secretary to get a All Progressives Congress APC Secretariat from number 51 Airport Road, Benin City to number 18 Agibisi Street.
Flag is a clear display of the use of who holds the power.
All right.
Just like what we just said about the Anambra State. Why something happens somewhere, you can do that, even though they are considered that abuse of power, abuse of position. When the former governor, Governor Godwin Obaseki, was there, he uses his influence, and then the state apparatus, coupled in connivance with the then Commissioner of Police, to enforce wrongfully the will, and in an attempt to also deal with the perceived political enemies in the manner that was captured in this story. We saw that but right now, who is in charge? APC, as contemporary as the PDP, to get APC evicted. So you will see that all manners of what needs to